Hello and welcome to Adventures in Venueland, an EVMC podcast. Join us for this all-access pass backstage and behind the scenes with some of the brightest minds that cross the scope of the live event industry. I'm Dave Rettelberger.
And I'm Paul Hooper. We'll introduce you to incredible guests who journey with us as we dive deep into the world of venues, tours, festivals, and everything in between. Grab your laminate and meet us in Venueland.
For today's adventure, we're heading back to Georgia, checking with a marketing professional with over 2 decades of experience in live entertainment. Please welcome Senior Director of Event Marketing and Sales for Feld Entertainment, Inc., Wendy Reeves. Wendy, great to get to talk to you.
Oh, man, I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
How's Georgia today?
It is sunny here today. We've had a lot of rain lately, so it's nice to see the sun.
We like those days. Hey, it's hard to believe, but there's somebody listening to this podcast because, we have a lot of folks who've been in the industry a long time listening, but we also have people who've, kind of newer to the industry, and believe it or not, maybe they haven't had their first Feld show yet. So for those folks, tell us a little bit about what Feld is.
Oh my gosh, we're the leader of live family entertainment. We are the promoters of Monster Jam, Supercross, Ringling Brothers, and Disney on Ice. So if you haven't had us yet, I'm so sad for you because our shows are amazing.
It's probably coming then. Yeah. If you haven't
had it yet, it's coming your way.
There's probably a show that's already announced. Yeah.
There's no doubt it's coming.
Well, tell us about your role with Feld.
So I'm a promoter for Feld. My title, like you said, is Senior Director for Event Marketing and Sales, but my job is really to put butts in seats. I build the shows, I set the pricing, I work with all the PR side of things, the group sales, to make sure that my demographic buys a ticket to come to our shows.
That's an important role. I mean, I think that's a lot of, for anyone who has had Feld, they realize that it is a very thoughtful show from the beginning. The pricing, everything about it is, it's very well done. It's like kind of a well-oiled machine, if you will, because, Feld's been around for a while and certainly knows what they're doing when it comes to a lot of these places or a lot of these shows.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I start planning my event probably a year out. I mean, I could tell you my schedule now for the next 5 years of the shows that are coming to Atlanta, when they're going to come, what buildings they're going to play, because we have multiple here. So I probably start my campaign planning it a year out.
Yeah, what's your region? What's your area that you're covering on a day-to-day basis?
So for me, my biggest city is Atlanta. I had that pre-COVID and I still have it post-COVID, but after COVID, the Southeast region that I was in kind of combined with the East Central team. So we have now under our umbrella, it's still the Southeast, but we have a lot of the Chicago's kind of fall under my boss's umbrella, Grand Rapids, some Canadian dates. We're kind of all over the map, but still on the east side of the country.
It's a lot to cover. And I think one of the reasons I'm excited to talk to you today is because, so many of us in this industry work with Feld on a regular basis, year in, year out, but we know you from one market. We know what you do for our city, but we don't know what it's like to have to do what you do, and have, all the different markets and the shows playing. And so talk to me about what is a day at work like from you? You work from home mostly, right?
So post-COVID, yes, all of our regional offices shut down. So we only have our corporate office down in Florida. So all of us now, the promoter side, we work from home. Day to day is very different here in this house. Like some days I'm more focused on my shows. And then I also have a manager that reports to me and I focus on her shows. I mean, Dave, it's how I met you. Jen was my manager. So I came up to Columbus for the first time, which was super cool. I just don't know that I can pinpoint day to day. It's always different, which is why I have stayed with Feld over the course of these 20 plus years, is because it's never the same. It really isn't. And I feel like I'm always still meeting new people. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some things here and there that I might do the same, but I am always trying to challenge myself to do something different. I cannot stand a campaign that is like a rinse and repeat and looks the same year over year.
Right. And I think Feld always does a really good job too. I mean, you obviously have properties like a Disney on Ice, but anyone that has done Disney on Ice knows that that has evolved Disney on Ice, itself every year, multiple different types of tours sometimes out, and you've got the latest characters that are coming in. You've got these kind of classic throwbacks. You've got princess ones. You've got, kind of capitalizing off of the new popular movies. So it's even though the shows might be somewhat similar like that. There is this evolution that I'm sure keeps it really fresh and also keeps it fresh in the market. Like I remember back when that initial Frozen tour came out for Disney on Ice, and it was like, what? And this is wild. Like it's like
That's
another.
huge. That was
It
huge.
was crazy. It was like, what is happening? Oh my gosh. And I mean, that's got to be just really kind of cool to have, some of that flexibility to sort of, ride the trends and have fun and kind of tug at people's heartstrings when you need to with some of the throwback characters and also, bring in some of the newer audience as well.
Yeah, so I remember Frozen as well, first round, and it was amazing. It was nuts. Like I've never seen anything like that. Our new show coming out, I'm super excited about it because it has Zootopia in it, which is a first for
Oh,
us.
yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah.
using the characters from Inside Out 2, and then we also have Moana 2 in it. So those are going to be really exciting to see how we put those on ice. And I mean, for the first time, like the Zootopia characters, which I love that movie, and I'm excited about the
I
second
can't even
one coming
imagine those
out.
guys on ice.
Yes, right. I can't wait to see Judy
The
Fox.
sloth that could take up like half the show.
I know, so and maybe they'll put the sloth in the car at
Oh, there you
the
go. There you
Oh,
go.
there you
Yeah.
go.
right.
That's so fun.
Well, so how often are you on the road? Are you traveling to some of your, you getting into those shows in Atlanta? Are you heading out to other markets? Are you mostly from home these days?
So I will go to all my shows that are here in Atlanta for sure. I love seeing my venues. I love just being and seeing our actual shows because unless they come to our markets or we're traveling, we're not really seeing them. We're not going down to the corporate office. So I see them here, and then every once in a while, I will travel to a city with my managers to make sure they're doing what they need to do and just get out and meet people.
Yeah.
Sitting in my house all day long, it can get kind of boring. So I have to get out. But I also get out and meet my reps here in Atlanta.
Sure,
Like, I
sure.
mean, we have lunch meetings, coffees, all those things because, again, no day is the same.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Feld in 2025. And I know that, in the past year, there's been a lot of transition with a lot of names that people know there on the Feld side of things, especially on the executive side.
Yeah, so last year, Kenneth did step down as our head of the company, and his daughter Juliet stepped into the role of CEO. So we are super excited to see that. And when I say we, I want to say probably we all are, but for me as a female and the females in Feld Entertainment, we've kind of been waiting to see Juliet step up and be the
Sure.
helm of the company. Not that Kenneth has been great. I mean, for heaven's sakes,
Yeah.
he's been the CEO my whole time here, but to have her lead, it's exciting to see. I mean, it's exciting. I said this at EVMC. It was exciting to see a lot of females in the crowd because I remember, and even sitting on panels, because I remember when I first went back in the day,
Yeah.
2004, it looked a little different. So, like to see the progression of our industry, super exciting.
We've definitely made that a goal over the past few years. And I think everybody kind of saw that coming for Juliet and has been very, very excited for her to take over that CEO role.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be real exciting.
And then, you talked a little bit about Disney on Ice, but I know there's also some changes with Monster Jam. Talk to me about this Bailey circuit.
Okay, so Bailey Circuit is a dog, a robotic dog in our Ringling Brothers show. And what we basically did is we created a monster truck, like kind of combining Monster Jam and Ringling Brothers. So everybody on the Monster Jam side can kind of see a little bit of Ringling in the Monster Jam show. So there is a truck that looks very much like this robotic dog. It is pinks and yellows and blues. It is the cutest thing you've ever seen. It just started touring with us. I actually have it in Savannah this weekend, and then I have it coming to Duluth next weekend. So I cannot wait to see it.
It's really smart too to, I think, have those properties cross over. I'm sure when
Yeah.
you all are marketing, there's some families that are just like the kids are going to be into all of it, right? They're going to be all in on the circus and Monster Jam and Disney on Ice. But there are probably some people that are only really interested in one of those or only interested in the other, or maybe think they're only interested in one, right? Like they always go to Monster Jam and I don't think I would like the circus. But then like having that opportunity to kind of cross over and build sort of this affinity for that is kind of fascinating because you can, I'm sure on the marketing side, you're licking your lips because you're like, I can now see how that might translate and get some of those Monster Jam people over to Ringling or vice versa. You have all these people at Ringling that really love that. And they're like, oh, that's so cool. We had so much fun seeing them at Ringling. Now there's a truck for it at Monster Jam. And maybe there's, some really cool opportunities there.
Right, absolutely. I mean, I think our company is doing a really good job using all the properties and cross promoting as best we can. Like, I want the Monster Jam fan to come to Disney on Ice or Ringling Brothers. I want them to see what all we have under our umbrella because they're all great properties and anybody can come see them and enjoy them, whether it's me as an adult, my son, my daughter, whoever. We want you to come experience all of it.
I think we need the sloth in a monster truck on ice. It's just I'm just putting it out there from my mouth to the CEO's ears.
Uh, so, one of the, challenges, every year is bringing Monster Jam back, right? And how do you create excitement for it again? Obviously, there's new groups of new kids that are coming and people that are coming back. But how do you get the media to come out and cover it again? And something like this Bailey circuit truck is a perfect way to kind of have that opportunity to drive something that, oh, hey, here's what's new and different this year.
Right. I think having a different truck every year. I mean, of course, we have some similar ones. Like most of us are going to get a Grave Digger or El Toro Loco or one
Yeah.
of the big ones, Megalodon. But having these other trucks to talk about, I think is super cool. We are leaning as a company into a lot of influencer marketing now. So having them help us talk about the trucks, the drivers, anything else going on in the market that we come up with, whether it's a cool PR event, that helps us change the narrative and make it different from the year prior.
I listened to Armchair Expert, the podcast, and Dax Shepard, the host on there, is way into Feld and way into Monster Jam. And the amount of times he has mentioned it on his episodes of going to Monster Jam at a stadium or going to Supercar or any of those things, I mean, it's kind of amazing. You all have done a really good job of like engaging people kind of across the country to really get them to help push the brands.
Yes, I will say not just influencers, but the celebrities that we see coming to our events now that have kids. Obviously, they have
Sure,
kids that
yeah.
want to come, or they just want to come and enjoy it themselves with their buddies, their girlfriends, whatever. I have seen that transition over the course of the 20 years too. We are definitely leaning into more of celebrities to help us push out our shows. I mean, there was an announcement that The Rock is going to do a Monster Jam movie coming up in a few years,
Oh
so
my
we'll see that.
gosh.
Hadn't heard that one yet, but
I
that's
need I
great.
need you to work a cameo in for yourself in that, Wendy. You just need to you can be in the background promoting it, like selling tickets to someone.
When we talked a little bit about Disney on Ice and this new tour Jump In. One of the first things I remember learning in this business when working with Feld was when we're dealing with Disney, we got to be careful, right? There are rules and restrictions, and how have you been able to navigate that? Because obviously you've got a lot of creative ideas, but and Feld has a long-term relationship that you want to keep in good standing, and it's obviously now I don't want to say restrictive, but it's like they have some regulations in place to keep things in line with how and that's why Disney's Disney, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
tell me about what you've been able to do there and kind of what we can do from the building side.
So I will say this to the building side of things. This Disney, yes, there is the perception out there, hard to work with. They have their rules and regulations, but I have found if you plan properly, they are willing to work with you. They want us to do cool and creative ideas. I have something coming up in Duluth in a few weeks. We're doing a movie night on the green where we're showing Moana 2. We're having a character come outside on the
Oh,
lawn. Like
wow.
We're giving away all kinds of prizes, tickets, trivia. But I want you to know that's been planned for 8 months. Like
Right.
it was an idea that I pitched to our corporate office. They sent it to Disney. Disney came back with some questions, obviously, some tweaks to it, but it is happening. We have created awesome creative for it. But with Disney, I've just learned I don't know that they want to say no, but they do want proper planning for anything we want to do. Like you
Sure.
can't come to them last minute and think that you're going to get something approved. That's just not how they work.
Right.
Sure.
So for a building, if you have a cool idea, I would tell your promoter well in advance so that they can work on it from our side.
Right. Start thinking about it now. Don't think about it a week out because you're
Right.
like, oh my gosh, we just finished a show. We've got this coming up. Ah, what can we do?
Right. And if you think about it a week out, and obviously it's probably not going to get approved, maybe you just push it to the next year.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
your time to go ahead and start pitching it to them.
Yeah,
Love that.
exactly. That's a great point.
Obviously, we got to talk about Ringling, which I saw some teasers out, including some cities, including Columbus.
Yes.
But I know that it's been such a transition for those of us who've been in the business for a while, from the elephant walks to where we are today and the relaunch of the greatest show on earth. So where are we at with Ringling in 2025?
So it's about to start touring again. Obviously, you saw the creative, so we have announced some dates that are coming out. Where are we at? We are going to send it back out. We learned a lot when it just came out. I don't know. I think Ringling, you are right. Like for us that have been around forever and remember the walks and stuff, there's those people that really remember that side of Ringling, but it's new and it's fresh and the animals are not going to be in it anymore. So we have to move forward as a society, which is fine. But I think Ringling, for what it is, my children loved it. They
Yeah.
are 13,
And they
11,
don't know
and
any different, right?
they
Like they're
don't know
seeing
any
it. Yeah.
different. They do not remember the animals in it, and they loved it. They love the colors, they love the acts, they love the music. So Ringling is still that essence of circus that you want to see. I just think we have to get past the fact that there's not going to be any animals in it.
Sure.
I got to tell you,
It's
I
evolved.
think that it
Yeah.
was just so when it came this last time, I brought my whole family and we all loved it. I feel like I want to be able to experience what the greatest show on earth is like in a new era, right? And it was a change and it was an evolution, but it still had all that energy and excitement, everything I loved when the kids were little and I would bring them, right? So I think it's getting people to experience it again for the first time.
Right. And I think the new creative that we're going to come out with for this round of Ringling Brothers, we learned a lot from the first round. And the creative that I'm seeing that's about to drop is gorgeous. It's fun. It's exciting. It's a little bit trendy. So I feel like people will love what they're about to see.
I want to give you your flowers publicly, Wendy, because when I think of circus, the first thing that comes to mind is working my first one when this was way back in 2008. I don't remember if you were our promoter rep or if you were kind of the in between others, but I vividly remember meeting you when I was like an intern on one of those elephant walks. And you were just the sweetest person, but also so unique because as an intern, I felt like so many people kind of treated me like an intern and they kind of treated me like, he's here temporarily. He's here to just do grunt labor, blah, blah, blah. Who knows if I'll see you again. And you stood out to me so much that you treated me like a fellow person that was there to work with
Aw.
you. You treated me like a peer and someone that, was there to work on the job. And I always really, really appreciated that. And it was so sweet and really meant a lot, but it also stands out to me because of that. It's like it really started that circus memory for me was like that first experience was so great.
Okay, so Paul, I'm going to say this so everybody can hear it. This is not Paul just saying this to me. He has actually said this to me multiple times in different spaces, not on a podcast. And yes, I remember meeting you too. I was a baby promoter then, and I can't remember if Lexington was my market or if I was just overseeing somebody that had it.
Yeah.
But I will say this to everybody. I just treat everybody the same because one day you never know where that person is going to be. So treat everybody with respect and kindness because it's all about who you know. So that intern that you meet might be the GM of a building one day that you run into. So I just always, I mean, personally, kill them with kindness. Like treat everybody the way that you want to be treated.
It's yeah, it's great. And it's just, I mean, I would bump into you some years after that, obviously, but it's like every time I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember like going down to the Marvel Universe Live preview, and I'm there with our promoter rep, and there's all these Southeast people, and you are in the concourse with the glowing watches, handing them out like everyone's mom, basically. We're all we're all putting them on. Our faces are all glowed up. You know, we're basically the kids, and Wendy's ushering us into our seat. It was just it's just so great. So it's just been great to know you all these years, and you know, wanted to make sure that I thanked you in a more public format.
Well, and this industry is just, when I think about the years in this industry, it is wonderful. And it's one of the reasons I've stayed and I have not jumped around because the industry is so great. The people, I mean, everybody you run into, show side, venue side, I mean, everybody is wonderful. And I can't stress that enough. I mean, there have been some hiccups, like it's not all roses by any
Yeah,
means.
yeah.
Sure.
Right, you
Yeah.
and Dave, you know, it's not all roses, but like I think about my career, and every time I kind of got the itch with Feld to jump, he would have like a new property. He bought Motorsports that opened up Monster Jam and Supercross. Then we had Marvel. Then we had Jurassic. I mean, Feld does a really good job of keeping things fresh. And with Ringling's return, because I was very sad when it went away, that kept it fresh again. How do we market to this new generation that gets every piece of information from their phones? And I mean, it's just crazy. The industry has definitely evolved.
Wendy, when you talk about, working with folks on the venue side, what makes a great venue for you? When you're working with people, what makes people who work at the venues a good partner for you and for Feld?
So I love venues that always have cool ideas. Like I might say no to it, but I love collaboration. Like I cannot stress it. My hands are like moving right now. Collaboration with a venue, brainstorming. Like I'm about to brainstorm with one of my venues and we're 6 months out from my ice show, but I'm getting on the phone with them. And we're gonna just brainstorm together about what can we do different? How can we make this fresh? I love collaboration from venues. That is my big thing that I'm always looking for. I might say no, but ideas are always great.
Plus, you can always retool them, like you said. You know, maybe it doesn't work right now for this show, but then you can kind of retool it and use it for the next one. Or maybe it doesn't work for Disney on Ice, but maybe it would be, depending on what it is, great for Monster Jam or something. So it's like the more ideas you have, the better, because it's just more things kind of in the pot that you can stir around and see when it's ready.
Right. And I think we are not oblivious to the fact that buildings are super busy these days. Like I can see it in my city. Like my buildings have stuff all the time. So I try to plot it out most of the time in the summers when I'm slower and I can see my buildings are slower to have those brainstorming sessions. And it might be, again, 6 to 8 months out, but let's just start talking about it. Like, how can we make this fresh? Because the trucks are coming, the ice show is coming. How can we make it look different?
Yeah.
Wendy, let's take it back a bit to the late '90s. You're going to Georgia College State University, and you're writing for the school paper. What did you think you wanted to do with your life?
I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up, Dave.
Hey, man, I get you. I got it.
I will tell you this. I had no idea that this was going to be my career path. Absolutely not. And I thought about my career leading up into this podcast, and I thought about driving around selling newspaper ads because that was really my first job was selling
The
newspaper
Union.
ads.
What was the newspaper? The Union Recorder, was that one?
Yeah, it was called the Union Recorder in Milledgeville, and I was driving around after school, and I knew it wasn't for me. It could be for anybody, but it was not for me. but it put me in front of the marketing director at the Macon Centerplex. And I did hound her a little bit. She did have a job opening. I interviewed and I got it. And Brenda was her name. She gave me my first opportunity and I just loved it. I loved being on the venue side. And then the circus came to my building and stole me away. And that is
You
it.
ran away with the circus,
You ran away
literally.
with the circus.
I
Yeah.
absolutely was wondering if you guys were going to say that. I did
Yeah.
run away with the circus.
So you back even when you're working for the Union Recorder, you were there. I think that's probably one of your first opportunities to really develop, out of the box ideas, to use a very in the box phrase. But you were coming up with promotions, advertisements, and things, to help people, and that's a skill you're able to take with you into the Macon Centerplex.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I remember walking into businesses and not knowing anybody and having to sell myself and the paper. So every job that I've had, I have gained skills. I might not have liked the overall job, but I did gain skills that have helped me throughout my career. Right now, I feel like I could talk to a brick wall, and I got those skills. Those started initially from there.
And you spent a little bit of time as an adjunct professor at the University of South Carolina. Tell me about that.
Dave, you have looked at my resume or my LinkedIn, I think, because you are really calling out some things. So yes, Feld actually had a class there twice that I was the lead adjunct professor for. It was a Feld-driven class where the students put together marketing plans for different ones of our properties. And throughout the course, we would have people come in, whether it be the media buyer would come in, we would have PR professionals come in and talk to them. And at the end of the course, they presented their marketing plan with their budget. And
That's
basically, what
awesome.
we do, they presented it. And it was really cool. In fact, I will say this, one day when I'm done with this career, I think that is my second career. What I want to do when I grow
Teaching.
up is teach at the
Yeah.
college level and give back to what has been so good to me.
You mentioned, obviously you hopped into Feld back in 2000, was it 2007? So tell me about that first day at Feld and what you were feeling and kind of how you decided to kind of create this path for yourself.
So my first day at Feld was getting on a plane and going to Vienna, Virginia, and sitting in 2 weeks of what we call Promoter University. I was questioning a lot after those 2 weeks because it was a lot. It was very overwhelming. I did not know what I had got myself
Does this promoter
into.
university still happen?
Promoter University actually still does happen. It hasn't happened in a while. I don't know if it's happened post COVID. I can't remember
Yeah.
if Holly has done it post COVID because post COVID, we basically hired everybody back that had already gone through
Sure,
it.
sure, sure,
So I
sure.
don't think Holly has had it post COVID, but yes, pre COVID, it did still happen. Um, I don't know. I definitely, Dave, back to your question, it was questionable if I was going to stay because I did not know what I had got myself into.
Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks, that's pretty intense, and you're probably feeling a little overwhelmed. And
Yes, so I came back to Atlanta and I said, okay, I'm going to give this a year for sure. I did. And I was like, okay, I'm going to give this another year and another year. And then here I am, like 20 plus years later, still enjoying it. And I've moved up. Obviously, I started out as a manager, then I became a regional manager, director, and now I'm a senior director. Um, but I just really enjoy what I do. And there is something to be said for that. I mean, sure, could I chase the dollar and make more somewhere else? Maybe, but would I love what I do? And where I'm at now in life, I want to love what I do.
Yeah. Amen.
you do a little continuing education, right? So, even throughout this, you've continued to kind of invest in yourself. Talk to me a little bit about that process.
Yeah, so I have my master's that I got with Feld because they have a program where they actually pay for your continued education. So I got my master's with Feld, which I think is great. And then I also continue to challenge myself with any kind of courses, leadership courses. Right now, our company has invested a lot in LinkedIn learning. So everybody across the country can go onto LinkedIn and they have all these cool courses that you can take. But I'm a component of continuing to broaden your mind any way you can, whether it be in leadership or if social media is your stick that you want to do. Like you should continue to broaden your horizons and your mind. Like we kind of get stuck in doing the same thing, but there's just a big world out there. And I feel like you need to educate yourself.
What's a course or is there a book or something that you sort of point people to? Like if you have a new person join your team, what's your kind of initial thing? You're like, here's something, you should definitely go check out.
So I just finished the Mel Robbins book called The Let Them Theory, and it's on my mind. So I'm going to throw it out there. My manager is reading it right now. And so I am 46 and she is 28. So I think it is a great book to read. You can read the audiobook. I actually listened to the audiobook at work. It is a great book to just take a step back and let people not be so like, about things. Just let things happen because you can't really change people, but letting things happen and not getting crazy about it was a good book. It was a really good book.
And give that author and book title one more time.
It's called The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins.
Check that out. Very cool. Obviously we talked a lot about who you are at the office, but I know you've got a pretty active home life. Tell us about your crew there at the house.
I do. I'm married. We've been married we just celebrated 15 years of marriage.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we have three sons. They are 13, 11, and 8. And they definitely keep us busy. Not only do I have this job, but I also have children that are involved in football, basketball, baseball. So another thing
You're a taxi driver.
Oh, I'm a taxi.
You
I'm
follow
waiting till one
Wendy's
of them turns.
Instagram, it's just all tournament photos.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the oldest to turn 16 so he can start driving himself. But I will say that's another thing that's been great about this industry. And this is really over the course of the 20 years. I feel like when I started, flexibility wasn't the greatest. But as the industry has moved along, there is a more of a work-life balance. And
Yes,
I don't
agreed.
know, do you feel the same way on the venue side? Because I feel like on the promoter
I
side,
do.
on the show side, there is work-life balance and it keeps people happy, right?
It's necessary, right? That's how we survive. You mentioned your husband and all credit in the world to spouses who keep us alive through these crazy nights that we in our travels and the late nights. But tell us a little bit about him and how you guys met.
Okay, so he is a high school teacher. He is a special education teacher. He is not in the industry, but I did meet him through a coworker on a
Really?
blind date.
Really?
I did many years ago. This would have been 18 years ago. I was set up by a coworker, and we also lived together. She'll laugh if she hears this, but we went to a Braves game and we were kind of picking out people that we thought were cute.
Yeah, yeah.
And she said to me, I think I have somebody for you. And I was like, oh, okay. And I want y'all to know, and he knows this too. I put it off and I found every reason not to go on this blind date. Blind date for me, but he actually saw what I looked like on MySpace, which for anybody,
Oh, wow. This is
Taking it
yes,
back.
yes, for anybody that remembers MySpace, kind of like Facebook, but it had some music to it. He saw me, I did not see him, but I ended up going and it worked out.
that is incredible. This is 2 episodes in a row, Dave, that we've mentioned MySpace.
Yes,
What's
I know.
going
It's
on?
having it's a
Something in the
resurgence.
air. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I remember it. It's so crazy. And saying it out loud, I'm like, so long ago, but was it really? Yes, it was.
Yeah, so 15
Yes, it
years.
was.
Yes.
What'd you guys do for 15?
We actually went to Mexico to an all-inclusive and we took our children for the first time. Normally on vacations like that, like for our 10-year, we went to Italy and we did not take them with us.
Sure.
This year we took them. We're actually taking another vacation next year by ourselves
Yeah, there you go.
where
Yeah,
we will say it's our 15 again. God love them. They're just a lot of work, man.
I
It
get it. I
wasn't.
get it. I got two boys. I got two
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah,
I
so
get that.
we learned a valuable lesson. Like I thought it was going to be this great trip, and it was, but it was a family trip, not an anniversary trip.
We even took our boys out for like our 25th anniversary. We took them to dinner with us, and they were just jackasses the whole time. Oh, stop trying to make me put my napkin in the right place. And it was like, come on, we're in a nice restaurant. Just be nice to your mother for 5 minutes, please.
Okay, it makes me feel good to hear you say that because sometimes I'm starting to question my parenting skills. I'm like, what is wrong with them? Are they okay? Is it me or is it you? It's definitely you. It's not me.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Wendy, you obviously live in that and have been in that greater Atlanta market. We were just down there in June for EVMC, which was so fun. But what makes that special for you? Like what's kept you there? Obviously, you now have some roots in with your family and everything, but what is kind of your favorite parts of Georgia, Atlanta area? What makes it feel like home?
So I love the South. Obviously, y'all can tell from my voice, I'm very Southern. I did at one point try to leave the South with Feld. I did apply for a job in San Francisco. I did not get it. And the next week is when I went on my date with my husband. So it all worked out.
Wow, yeah.
Um, our family is here. Yes, both sides of our family are here. My parents are here and my husband's. So that keeps us here for now. But I love that everything comes to Atlanta. So anything cool in our industry is pretty much coming to Atlanta. Obviously, we have a basketball team, we have the Braves here, and then we also have the Gladiators. But I don't know, everything comes here. I have everything at my fingertips. I do live pretty north of the city, but I mean, the interstate can get us there. The weather is great, right? It can be hot, but I still have fall. And sometimes, on occasion, we'll get snow.
Right.
Yeah, on occasion, like
On
every couple
occasion.
years, we'll get
And then when it
snow.
does, it's like makes national news and
Right, right.
Atlanta locks up for a couple weeks.
I mean, we shut it down. Unlike you guys who continue to move along, we shut
Yeah,
it
especially
down.
Columbus. Yeah.
yeah, we can take some snow. We can take some snow.
So I don't, I think, Paul, to answer your question, I just love the South.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wendy, it's been great hearing about a little bit of your history and kind of where Feld is at today. And I appreciate your time. Before we wrap things up, I do want to hit you with our fast five. It's just five quick questions, looking for your short, immediate response. First up, do you remember your very first concert?
Yes, I do. It was Garth Brooks.
Nice.
Ooh.
You have a favorite concert?
Garth Brooks.
Yeah, it's hard to top that one. I mean, you're starting big.
Hey,
Same
listen,
show.
I remember, and I know this is fast five, but I remember going to see him when I was 16 and I was with my friends and he came up in this white piano and he was singing. It
Yeah,
was so awesome. And then when he came back, I took my husband because he had never been and it was so good. Garth Brooks is just so good.
yeah, it is.
Consummate
It's an
entertainer.
experience.
Yeah.
All right. If you were in a wrangling performance, what act would you be a part of? What would you be doing?
I'd be the ringmaster. There's no doubt about it.
I love it.
Yeah. I would lead the
Would
show.
you would you do your hair up all funky or is there any like visual trait that would make you stand out? You've got to make yourself stand out so all those different marketing promoters can market you as the new ringmaster.
So yeah, I would love big hair, but I will tell you, I better have a lot of glitter and sparkles and I mean big jacket. You should be able to see me glitter and sparkle from a distance.
100%, yes. Do you have, obviously, you're very familiar with the Disney products. Do you have a favorite Disney movie?
Ooh, favorite Disney movie. Let me think. Um, I like the Toy Story properties.
Yeah.
I like
Mm.
all of them. I feel like the progression of that gives me tears when I see how it progressed. So I'm gonna go with Toy Story.
Last question. What's your theme song? There's a Windy TV show where cameras follow you around, recording your life and putting it together. What's the song that plays over the opening credits to the Windy Reeves show?
Okay, so there is a song, Dave. I don't know if you or Paul have ever heard this song, but it's called Everyone Knows It's Windy. And
Yes.
Oh,
it is an old song that
The
I,
association.
the
yes, yeah, Dave,
association.
all right, man.
Dave
That's
used to
my
work in
theme
radio.
song.
He's a cheater.
Yeah, I mean, that is my theme song. I want it to be like AC/DC or some like hard rock cool song, but I feel like when I tell people that I have a song and it's called Everyone Knows It's Windy, they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, there's a song that they sing about me, and that's my theme song.
It's a
I
great,
love
very
that.
catchy tune. We sing it. We actually sing it in my house every time there's a windstorm. So,
There you go.
hey, I really appreciate your time. If somebody wants to reach out to you to talk stuff, or you want to throw out any plugs you want to throw out here.
Oh, absolutely. They can reach out to me anytime they want to. They can email me, wreeves@feldinc.com. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. So they can reach out to me in any of those places. I'm not too hard to find.
And it's Windy with an I. We should say that.
Yes, it is Windy with an I.
Your parents were creative back then. How do you feel about that now?
They were definitely hippies. And if I told you the story, you would laugh about my name. I guess I probably could tell you really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
So it was this is in 1979. I was the firstborn, and it was day 3 in the hospital. This is a story I get from my mother. They could not come up with a name. They could not come up with a name. I was born in Newport News, Virginia, which is right by the ocean, by the beach. They literally looked outside, and it was a windy day, and they said, we decided your name was going to be Wendy. Awesome.
There you go.
Awesome, you hippie parents. Way to go, you.
It's because you're
You
so
could
refreshing.
have been
like
rainy. You could have been a sunny.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
Stormy? I mean,
Yeah.
take your pick.
On that note, we'll wrap things up. Wendy, thank you so much. I really enjoyed hearing your stories and getting a chance to chat with you.
Okay, thank you so much.
And a big thanks to everybody for listening to this episode of Adventures in Venueland. Remember, you can subscribe and find more episodes wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. We do love your 5-star reviews because it helps other folks find us. Until the next adventure, I'm Dave Rettelberger.
And I'm Paul Hooper. Thanks for listening, everyone. Adventures in Venueland is a side project of the Event and Venue Marketing Conference, a marketing conference that brings together diversified event and venue professionals to cultivate education, collaboration, and innovation for the growing sports and live entertainment industry. Find out more at eventvenuemarketing.com.
Audio editing and mixing by Camille Faulkner.
Design and digital advertising by Megan Ebeck.
Copywriting and publicity by Samantha Marker.
Guest booking and brand strategies by Paul Hooper.
Guest research by Dave Rettelberger.
Marketing strategies by Paul Hooper, Megan Ebeck, and Samantha Marker. Thanks for joining us. Until the next adventure.